Welcome back to Tales of Wedding Rings Anime Review, episode number 10. Excuse me, before I talk about the newest episode series, I have two announcements to make. Number one, that this season has been greenlit for season 2. And it's coming October! Hooray! Now, there's our news, the fact that with this episode, we have only 2 left. Yep. 2 more to go, and then we're done with season 1. Like, wow, that's quite something. So, in the case of this episode, so pretty much in the way it covers, finish up in chapter 24, goes to the entirety of chapters 25 and 26. And it does something quite interesting, I'll get to that. So, we pick up right after the events of the last episode, where you have Sato Hisugo arrive at the ruin, they arrive at this wall, and of course they arrive at the ruins of the Dwarven Kingdom. And the Earth Kingdom is what they call it. So they go into this like very peaceful. Of course, Nefris basically is like, and of course, Sapphire is not really comfortable using her magic because apparently she's the only one of the 4 girls who actually use magic, which is interesting. So aside from Alabaster, she's like the only one who uses magic. Apparently, uses a lot of magic, and apparently, if she goes to a dragon form, it causes her pain in her legs for a few days. So. And Gahar basically volunteered to protect her. And of course, she's like a very lazy princess. Despite being very beautiful. And Brandon Kowalski does a great job playing her, of doing the overtop persona that she does. So they go into that building, which they confirm is actually the palace. And so the dwarves are gone, but they leave. But they also find this looks like a robot. Apparently, it's a machine, definitely a machine. It's a sorcerer unit, where it's powered by magic, not by electricity. Magic. I'm like, okay, interesting. And like, oh, of course, Sato thinks it's a corpse. It really isn't. And I think it's able to basically come on its own, thanks to one of the Dark Rings of the Abyss King. And of course, it briefly stops. And of course, they have this thing like, why did you leave us? They all disappeared. Yeah, they say that the dwarf disappeared. It's not exactly confirmed exactly what happened to them, per se, just that they disappeared. Yeah, the dwarves. One of the most popular creatures, one type of people in fantasy, are not here. This is by far the first series to come across where we don't see dwarves. We don't see the bearded guys, the craftsmen. They're not here, which is weird. So, they briefly fight the possessed source unit, and they defeat him, and then, all of a sudden, all the black rings start activating all at once. What does this mean? The Abyss King has returned! And 2 monsters basically come out. And they go outside like, okay, there's more monsters outside. And then we have this, and it goes to this area where this big, humongous portal comes about. And they unleash a whole army of monsters. Confirming that, yes, basically, they are officially back. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that they're back, that he's back. And so, in order to protect Sato and the girls, Mars and the Great Sage stay behind, and they get transferred back to the real world. You're thinking, that's interesting. Is this the first series to actually show the characters going back to the real world? This is actually the second series to come across as like this. Where they get transferred, well, from the real world to fantasy and fantasy back to the real world. This is the second official time this has happened. Last series did this, I saw this, was in Endless in Shadow. I've read in one series, it does happen, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm like, this is interesting. And of course they're basically back in modern day. And the girls all stay in Himi's apartment. Of course, Sato was told by the Great Sage, protect Himi. He's like, yep, I'll do that. And of course, he stays in his own apartment. Yeah, as for his parents, I think they say that his parents are dead. Or at least out of the country. I think our country, I think it is. So, then all the girls try on Himi's bras, which is funny. I thought that was so funny. The fact they tried on all her bras, which is is so funny. And the fact Sephiroth can't fit into the bras. And of course, it's like all about free shipping. Asata walks in, all the girls are underwear. And apparently the girls have no problem with this. Is all the fact seeing that their husband sees them in their underwear. Yep. Yeah, they have no problem with it at all because, after all, they're all his wives. At least everybody to see them in their underwear. And that's the episode. Really good episode, and we only have 2 more left to go. And will we see the debut of the 5th and final princess? Well, we'll find out and see what comes to that. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly a particular view. Next up is going to be a comic corner. Yep. Which is going to be quite interesting. Talk about some Batman. Yep. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Okay, thanks, Phil.